Next.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Honourable members, we have no questions. We have no statement. You have your Thursday statement. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2A, I rise to give the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Tuesday, 13th June 2023, to prioritize the business for consideration during the week. Honourable Speaker, as members are aware, this week the House concluded the general debate on the budget estimates of revenue and expenditure for the financial year 2023, 2024, and the medium term. The annual estimates with amendments in the Committee of Supply. Additionally, the House concluded the second reading of the Finance Bill 2023 after the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning tabled its report on the bill. I would like to commend the committee and indeed the House for the steadfast commitment and participation during this important business, which has sometimes gone late into the night. Honourable Speaker, members will note that I had previously conveyed that the Cabinet Secretaries for Labour and Social Protection and the Cabinet Secretary Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development were scheduled to appear before the House on the afternoon of Wednesday, 14th June 2023, to respond to the questions in the plenary of the National Assembly. However, due to priority business before the House, this has been postponed to a date that shall be communicated. Honourable Speaker, with regard to the business for Tuesday next week, the House is expected to consider the Finance Bill 2023 at Committee of the whole House in the course of the week, and the Appropriations Bill 2023 also in the course of the week at all stages, once it is published. Debate on the following business will also continue next week. 1. Report of the Departmental Committee on Environment, Forestry and Mining on the ratification of the Kigali Amendments on the Montreal Protocol on the substances that deplete the ozone layer. 2. The report of the Departmental Committee on Environment, Forestry and Mining on the ratification of the Bamako Convention on the ban of the importation into Africa and the control of transboundary movement and management of hazardous waste within Africa. 3. The report on United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, and Global Parliamentarians Against Corruption, GOPAC, Annual General Meeting, and 4. The second reading of the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments Bill of 2022. Finally, the House Business Committee, Honourable Speaker, will convene on Tuesday, 20th June, to schedule business for the rest of the week. And I wish to lay the statement before the table of the House. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. Next. Yes, Junet, what is...
Mr. Speaker, in line with the statement that has been tabled by the Majority Leader, I think now there is clarity in the House that the Finance Bill is coming up for the third reading on Tuesday next week. Because, Mr. Speaker, you know, yesterday when we were debating the Finance Bill in for the second reading, there was a lot of confusion that people didn't know, and many members are saying did not know that the question will be put, even though we have Standing Order 95 that allows anyone to stand up and ask for the mover to reply. But now with clarity and with a statement that now has been tabled by the Majority Leader, there is clarity that the third reading is going to happen next week on Tuesday, and members must be aware of that, especially members on our side. Now you can prepare properly. Thank you very much.
Yes, Chungwa.
Honourable Speaker, you know my good friend, the Honourable Junet, might not have heard me clearly. I said from business beginning on Tuesday, in the course of the week, next week, we will have the third reading and the appropriations bill, should it be published over the weekend. But that is not to say it could be Tuesday, and the Honourable Junet is a member of the House Business Committee, and he knows it is a House Business Committee that schedules business for the week. And I believe when we meet on Tuesday 20th, we'll be able to schedule business for next week. 2, Honourable Speaker, there should be no excuse for any member of Parliament to be anywhere else other than in the National Assembly, in chamber, debating. And therefore, there were yesterday, every member of Parliament who's been elected by the people of Kenya from the constituents we are elected in, we should be in the House from Tuesday to Thursday. And it's a very short 4 hours in the afternoon, another 8 or so hours on Wednesday, Thursday, another short 4 hours, and we're off to our constituency. Honourable Speaker, let me just say, in the course of next week, between Tuesday and Thursday, when the House business schedules, and the order paper will be published, Honorable Speaker, by Monday night, actually. Then the House business schedules when we transact what business.
Jeanette, you want to pursue that?
There is clarity now, but you know, Mr. Speaker, the course of the week is a course that you have to, with your indulgence now, Mr. Speaker, and the mood of the House is that on Tuesday we have the finance bill. Can we agree tentatively here and ask the House?
Order, Honorable Jeanette. Order, members. Order. For avoidance of any doubt and Honorable Jeanette's point of order, many members thought that by your vote last evening, you concluded the finance bill. You didn't. There is still the committee of the whole. The bill as you passed yesterday is the bill as published. The committee itself has proposed amendments. There are many members, I believe, will also bring amendments to the bill. And that will be in the committee of the whole, depending on what the House Business Committee, in which Jeanette yourself sits, you will give direction as to whether to start on Tuesday or Wednesday or whichever day. But I believe that in the course of business, we should be able to start on Tuesday and proceed until you finish. If you want to truncate the process, you can finish on Tuesday. If you want to mount spirited competition, including but not limited to divisions, then we may be able to go on up to Thursday. But be aware that the finance bill is not done yet. Order, no more points of order. Yes, Senior Counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I need your guidance on a procedural matter, unless it escaped my attention at any one point. I'm looking at Standing Order 244C in terms of the order in which things are to be done. It suggests to me that the budget highlights and revenue-raising measures which would be presented by the Cabinet Secretary comes first under 244C1. On the same day,